welcome to part 2 of the last video I made. So, we're gonna pick up where we left off in my GTA 5 from start to finish video. So, the last part I did was Fame or Shame. So, we're gonna start off with Dead Man Walking this time. So, in this mission, Michael pays a visit to his friend Dave Norton, who works with the FIB. He's a FIB special agent. He's also the one who killed Brad. So Michael meets Dave at the observatory. Dave explains there are some problems going on. And Dave weirdly needs Michael to get into the coroner's office in Davis to, I don't know, take some things. So, in order to do that, Michael has to play dead. So Dave hits Michael over the head, and Michael starts his process. Then he wakes up in the coroner's office and attacks the workers. They must take down and shoot every worker in security that's in the coroner's office. He jumps out the window and has to get away from cops. As he's getting through all that, he calls Dave and asks what the heck that he just got himself into. Then he calls Franklin and tells him to meet him in El Rancho near the oil derricks. Next, we got Three's Company, which where Michael, Trevor, and Franklin finally meet up for the first time. They must get a helicopter and they must get a helicopter and go to the IAA building to rescue this guy who's getting absolutely tortured by the staff of the IAA building. So they break into that room and rescue the guy, Ferdinand, Mr. K. They save him, get him into the helicopter, and they bring him back to the lot. Well, Franklin is using a sniper to take down some choppers that are coming in, which I think might be from the Merryweather. At least that's what I think. I think it was Merryweather. Then we have a mission called By the Book. That's where we get to meet Steve Haynes. So Michael and Trevor arrive at this warehouse in the area called Banning, where he meets Devin West and Steve Haynes. And then Steve Haynes brings out Steve Haynes brings out Ferdinand and puts him in a chair, ties him up, and he's about to get the torturing of his life. Michael and Dave have to go out and take down this guy, this Azerbaijani. While Trevor stays at the warehouse and tortures Mr. K. Every bad move that Ferdinand makes in that chair, whatever mistake gets made by him, results in a torture of Trevor's choice. You can choose between a large wrench, pliers, clips, and a jerry can. The wrench Trevor uses to hit him in whatever place he wants to do it. Could be the legs, could be the arms, possibly even the nuts. For the pliers, Trevor rips a tooth out of Ferdinand. On the clips, Trevor electrocutes Ferdinand. And if you do the water can, Trevor will flip. Trevor will flip his chair over and waterboard him. All the while, Michael and Dave are pointing a sniper at this large party house in Chumash. Eventually, Ferdinand gets the right description, and Michael shoots the guy. And someone who chain smokes. He's left-handed. He's got a large beard. Let's see. The next mission that comes up is one of Michael's missions. Did somebody say yoga? In this, Amanda gets fed up with Michael doing all that stuff in the house. Then Fabian comes in, is ready to do his yoga session with Amanda. Somehow, for some stupid reason, Michael decides to join in on that. He does pretty good, and for the most part, until Fabian reached a certain pose that set off alarm bells in Michael's head. And he nearly attacked Fabian, but it misses and falls right into the pool. That's when Amanda abandons him and leaves. And Michael a lowly, pathetic psychopath. So Michael is upset, and he takes Jimmy for a drive. All while Jimmy is enjoying his new television. And after Jimmy gets the stuff that he got during the drive, he gives Michael all this drink that I think he may have spiked or something. Because next thing you know, Michael started to hallucinate, and then Jimmy stole the car. And Michael hallucinates. It's next thing you know, he comes back to the house in his underwear. He finds a note from Amanda saying that she has been fed up with everything, and she thinks Michael's crossed the line. And she and the rest of the people decide to move out for a while, and to not contact them. So now Michael regrets everything. ending the mission. Meanwhile, Franklin comes back to his house in the hood, and is soon kicked out by his aunt Denise and Lamar. Denise, I guess, has been fed up with Franklin coming into the house unannounced. And then Trevor comes in to say hi to them. So now Franklin's kicked out. Then Franklin, Lamar, and Chop and Trevor head down to Grove Street, where all the Bala's gang members are. So they head into Grove Street because they have to go pick up something from one of the guys out there. Then once they realize what they've gotten, they get real upset because what they got was drywall. And they end up getting into a shootout in Grove Street. You have to kill every Bala in the neighborhood. Then we have scouting the port, where Floyd, Wade, and Trevor have to go down to the port where Floyd works. So Floyd, Wade, and Trevor drive to the port. While Floyd does his thing, Trevor has to do a little work of his own, getting some pictures, moving in cargo, all that jazz. They head to the top of this crane and snaps a picture of the cargo boat. That's when it's time to pull out the mini sub. Which will get us prepared for the first heist, the Merryweather heist. So for the Merryweather heist, this requires a few things. First, you need to get Michael some flying lessons, or else Trevor will get angry if Michael doesn't do flying lessons. He needs to fly a cargo bomb that Trevor picked up from the military base in Fort Zancudo. So there's three different versions. Two different versions of the Merryweather heist: the freighter and the offshore. Most people usually do the offshore. That's where Michael and Franklin fly in on a cargo bomb, while Trevor is in the mini sub heading into the ocean just off Paleto Bay. And once they're in there, Trevor finds this nuclear device under the ocean. Once he gets a look at that, the cargo bomb picks up the sub, and they head back to the airfield. Along the way, they get an unexpected visit from Merryweather. And then Lester greets them back at the airfield in an angry manner. which may have just failed old Trevor's dreams on the heist. So now he's upset. They actually come to the entire list of assassinations given to Franklin by Lester, starting with the hotel assassination. Franklin has to travel to one of the hotels in the city. Camp out in the parking garage right next to it and wait for his target to come out. And he snipers it. They snipers it and immediately takes off running. Then there's the multi-target assassination, where he has to take down 3 targets: one at the beach, one on a sailboat, and one cleaning windows. Then we get into the process of going into one of the next missions called Blitz Play. We have to get boiler suits, masks, a trash truck, and a tow truck. That'll lead us into the Blitz Play mission where Mike, old Trevor, and Franklin raid some armored security trucks, get the money, and then have a nice big shootout with the entire police force, including the news team and the police helicopters. In the end, you got yourself some cash. Next, we have Mr. Richards. This is where Michael's dream comes true. This is where Michael gets to meet Solomon Richards, who works at the studio. He is the person who got Michael to become a producer. Next, we have I Fought the Law. This is where all 3 characters get some really nice cars. So Franklin gets his own car, and he has to chase two speeders on the freeway, while Michael and Trevor are dressed as traffic cops. They immediately you chase after the 3 of them once they get through Grapeseed. Then Michael and Trevor have to chase them on police bikes to try and get them to stop. Once they've gotten them, they abandon the police bikes and take the 3 cars to Hayes Auto in South Los Santos. Then we have another assassination, the Vice assassination. I kind of forgot what this one was about. And I do know what the bus assassination is. So Trevor has to Franklin has to pick up a bus in Los Santos. As you go, it stops until he reaches the stop where the guy, his target, tries to get on. So this guy abandons the bus, steals a woman's bike, and Franklin has to shoot him. Now we have Eye in the Sky. And this mission is where Trevor has to take a police helicopter, hitch a ride with one of the policemen, and Franklin is waiting at the lot for that at, for that helicopter to show up. And they have to seek out this guy named Chad Mulligan. So they search all around there until they seek him out. That's when Franklin has to chase him into a parking garage. Well, Chad is driving this weird car called a Z-Type, which is worth millions. And once Franklin shoots Chad down, Franklin must take the Z-Type and take it to the airport so Devin Weston can see it. Next is a mission called Gaia Libre. In this mission, Trevor and Michael meet Martin Madrazo. And they take off to the Galileo Observatory. Michael has to shoot down this plane. And once he is shooting the engine, and it's up to Trevor to chase down that plane and get all the evidence out of that plane. Meanwhile, Michael's waiting for him. Then Trevor shows up in a different car. When he confronts him, Trevor reveals something and totally uncalled for. He kidnapped Martin Madrazo's wife, Patricia. Next, we have Deep Inside. This is where Franklin has to sneak into the studio. Dress up nice and take a car. Once he's lost the security, he has to take it to Hayes Auto, where Devin Weston meets him, and also Lamar. They're hoping to get a good deal on those cards, but Devin Weston decided to scam them. Then we have Minor Turbulence. This is where Trevor has to go. Has to go chase down a Merryweather plane. And it's hard to get your little plane into the big one, because you got Merryweather shooting you. Once you've killed all the Merryweather in that plane, you must fly it to try and reconfigure it to back to the airfield. All the while, all the while, the military are chasing you. And Trevor loses control in that plane, and he has to abandon ship. Next, there's the construction assassination. In this one, you have to go to the giant construction site and seek out your target in the building. Next, we got the Polito score set up. Michael and Trevor head out to Paleto Bay, and they decided to bring Lester out there, who has to go on his own. So they stake out the bank in Paleto Bay, so they could see what their best method's gonna be. So Michael shoots the alarm bell on the side of the building, to see how long it would take the police to show up. Pretty fast. And Michael and Lester decide to race Trevor back to TP Industries. You gotta be fast or else Trevor wins. The next mission is called Predator. This is where Trevor, Michael, and Franklin killed the remaining O'Neill brothers. Those O'Neills are out for blood after what Trevor did to the other brothers. So they find them out in the woods. Then there's military hardware. This is where you have to get the military hardware in order to do the Paleto score. In the Paleto score, you rob the bank in Paleto Bay and have a huge nightmare of a shootout with the Blaine County sheriffs. You have to get through, and then you have to catch a train heading through and get back in Sandy Shores. Alright, I'm gonna stop there. I'll be back with part 3 later.